Hi, my name is Jenn Flegle, and I'm an artist member here at Hot Shops. So if you are seeing this, I just want to say thank you for purchasing one of our acrylic pouring kits. It's one of my favorite hobbies to do too, and I hope that you like it as well. So to start with, I'm going to show you what you get in your kit. You get two 8x10 inch canvases. You will get two paper bowls to rest your canvas on, and then two disposable aluminum pans to do our pouring it in, so that way we don't make our gargantuan mess, as well as a couple straws, popsicle sticks, gloves because it's messy. Even just getting ready, I already got paint on my hands. Some disposal cups, and then you will get to pick out 5 ready to pour acrylic paint colors. These are the colors that I'm going to be using today, but we have much more that you can choose from. All right, so I guess to get started, I'm going to show you 2 different acrylic pouring techniques. The first one is just a flip cup. You can find reference videos on YouTube for those as well, but I'm going to show you how I like to do it. Okay, so we're going to need the plastic cups here. Okay, and I'm going to show you, it's going to look like I am using a wildly excessive amount of paint, but that's how it is. All right, so when I start, I want to choose colors that complement each other. Sometimes they can get mixed a little bit, and we don't want blue and orange turning into brown because that's ugly, and I've done it before. So I'm going to choose, I'm going to do turquoise, ultramarine. You know what, I am going to use all 5 of these colors, why not? So I'm using turquoise, ultramarine, neon fuchsia, metallic gold, and white. So you want to layer them in contrasting colors. So you don't want 2 similar ones right next to each other. Oh, I almost forgot. You got to shake these up really good, because sometimes if they've been sitting, it'll just get like kind of mixed up. So shake them. Okay, so I'll get started with white, and I'm going to layer these. So I'm going to put some white in here. I'm going to go with fuchsia next. We'll do ultramarine. Gold, and our pastel turquoise. Now I'm going to keep going until this is pretty much full. So we want to make sure we have enough paint so that it will actually move around on the canvas. And one of the things I do sometimes is if I have enough paint, I will put a layer, like a base coat, like of white on the bottom, because that might help it flow as well. But I am not going to do that today. Okay. No, I already did that one. All right. I'm making sure to close these before I do that because I have knocked over bottles of paint before onto carpet. So, okay, I pick up my cup full of paint. Okay, if you can see, there's a lot of paint in there. I'm going to put my canvas on top, and then I'm going to flip it. Okay, don't pull it up right away. I want to let the colors kind of like fall out a little bit, just for a moment. It's always kind of hard to wait for this time because I want to see what comes up. I'm gonna, ooh, I already can tell I'm gonna love this one. Okay, and again, you kind of sit and you wait. I'm just letting some of the rest of the paint dribble out over here. Waste not, want not. Okay. And I like letting it sit for a moment too, just in case, like you can see there's a few like little cells coming out right there. Okay, ooh, now for the fun part. I am going to start to tilt my canvas. I'm not going to try to get the paint to come off the canvas just yet because I want to see that we have enough on here, which I believe we do. Okay. And sometimes if it's taken a while to tilt, you can either maybe add a little bit of water to your paint beforehand to thin it. But as you see, I did not do that here. Or you can add a little bit more paint or kind of move it down with your finger so it pours. Now you see that? Oops, I got a little color on my thumb. That's okay. Now this is something that you can do. You can see it didn't even take me that long, and I frankly think it's gorgeous. So, you know what? Oh, over here I mentioned that I have baby wipes over here because I find that, as you can see, I'm making a complete mess, but that's part of it. To kind of get that paint off here. It doesn't have to be perfect, just less paint. All right, so that was acrylic pour number 1. That was the flip cup. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our next pour. This one is called the Dutch pour. It's going to turn out a very different style, but very cool as well. So this one, you are going to need to have a base color. All right, so I think I'm going to do the turquoise because I haven't done that one before, and I think that'll be fun. This is going to be where you can use your popsicle sticks, because I'm going to just pour this directly on here. And this would be a good time too to kind of thin, if you're going to thin your paint, so that way you can get a little more bang for your buck. I just kind of wanted to show you as is what the paints will do without changing anything. It doesn't have to be perfect, this layer just needs to be covering the canvas for the most part. But you can always come back and fiddle too. This one, I have a tendency to play with more than I should. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Sometimes doing something more simple is better than keeping going. Okay. Or if you just have a regular paintbrush, that would probably be easy too. Yeah, all right. That works. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my other paints and I will take the bottle. Let's see, I'm going to start, I don't know if I want fuchsia. I don't think I want fuchsia. So I'm going to use my, I'll do it in the middle. So I'm going to drizzle some white in there. We'll do the ultramarine. You can do thick color, thin, it's up to you. My gold. I'm going to put a little bit more of the teal on it, and I'm going to pour some teal on the sides. I'm going to do a little bit more here. Okay. And even though I did it once, I am, now that I'm looking at it, going to add more. So like I said, your base color, you can thin it to expand your amount that you get. So this is where the straw comes in. So I'm going to take my straw and I'm going to blow inward on both sides, and then I will blow out afterwards. So I'm blowing in. Turn this around. Okay, now I'm going to start to blow outwards. All right, there's still quite a lot of paint on here. If I wanted to, I could leave this, but I'm going to keep going because I want to kind of spread some of this paint out. I might move that a little bit more with my fingers too. I'll come back. So as I said, sometimes that helps the paint on the edges move a little bit. Okay. I know I said not to go too much. Well, I'm going to do a little bit more. Oh, and this is some perils of doing it with your hair down. I got a hair in there. I think I'm going to leave it. So that is Dutch pouring, and again, you can just use that with your simple straw. I think it's a pretty fun one to do. So with this kit, you can get those 2 canvases, the 2 aluminum pans, straws, the popsicle sticks. So if I were to do the flip cup again, I could put my straw, and like if I wanted to, I could add like a little couple swirls in there to mix up the colors a little bit. But that was about it. So I hope you enjoy your kit, and I'm excited for the beautiful artworks that you're gonna make.